Hi friends, welcome to Book Talk. In life, we often feel that we must go to this place, we should go to that place, we should go to Bombay, Delhi, and look for some green pasture there, as there is no opportunity available in my hometown or your hometown, or this place is a very lost area and it's very far off, and we all must get into a position or a place where where it's easier, where success is more of a low-hanging fruit. So, in this context, let me get you a book by the title of Acres of Diamond. Acres of Diamond by Russel H. Conwell. Now, Russel H. Conwell was an American orator, philanthropist, lawyer, and a writer. He was born sometime in late 19th century, and I think he expired around early 20th century. That was somewhere around 1925. So this particular book, Acres of Diamond, is a very distinguished book. Reason why Conwell is referred as the penniless millionaire. His appropriate findings, which he has laid down in this book, will change your thinking. It will let you seek new opportunities in life. In fact, Conwell himself had undergone a change because of these thoughts of his, and he was the most charitable millionaire of his time. And the book should revolutionize you, and it has got a lot of these timeless homilies contained in those very precious pages. The book is divided in chapters, and I will take you through these chapters very briefly. See, once there was a wealthy man by the name of Ali Hafid, who lived not far from the Indus River. He was contented. He was a contented man because he was wealthy, and he was wealthy because he was contented. So that was the secret of his being wealthy. But one day, unfortunately, a priest visited him, and that priest gave him a long lecture on diamonds and what is it worth, and it's very expensive, and that is the thing you should have in life. So he lectured a lot to Ali Hafid, and then the priest went off. But that night, when Ali Hafid went to sleep, he was a poor man because he was discontented and he had the fear that he is poor. So unfortunately, Ali Hafid could not get over it, and he decided to leave his family, his house, in pursuit of diamonds. So he sold off his farm to somebody else, left his family, and departed, and went first to Palestine, and thereafter to Europe in pursuit of diamonds. But unfortunately, he could not find any diamonds, and in the meantime, even his health and wealth started dwindling, and one day, out of sheer frustration, he jumped into the sea and killed himself. So that's what happened in his pursuit of following green pastures. Back home, the person who had bought this particular farm from Ali Hafid was one day sitting by the stream that flowed across his land, and he saw a very sparkling stone there, and he picked it up, and the stone was literally glistening. It was bright, it was sparkling, and he could make out that this is a diamond, and he got excited. Then he started digging his farm. And when he started digging the farm, more diamonds came out, and then it was acres of diamonds. So it was diamond and diamond, acres of diamond. And the parable says that was the discovery of the famed diamonds of Golconda. So the point that the author is making is that are you one of those people who look for diamonds in faraway places, or are you the person who believes that the diamond is right here and you have to discover it? Holy Bible does not say money is the root cause of all evils. Conwell rejects the common belief that in order to be pious, one should, or virtuous, one must be poor. He insists 90% of the rich Americans are honest. And to attain wealth is a very noble thing, because what you can do with money, you cannot do without money. So it is only your intention that has to be good. Once a student challenges him and says that money is the root of all evils, so Conwell reacts. He says, go to the chapel and get me the Bible. And the student goes to the Bible and gets the Bible, and he starts turning the pages, and then he discovers it's written, the love for money is the cause of all evil. The love for money is the cause for all evil. So Conwell reacts, not money, but the love for money is evil, says the Bible. So friends, it is not money that is evil. It is your love, your excessive love for money, that is evil. In order to be successful in business, get to know your customers well. This is another point he makes. Conwell challenges owners who insist they can get rich, they cannot get rich in their own town. And he goes on to ask them that, have you ever introspected, have you ever met your neighbor? What does he do? What is his taste? What does he require? What are his needs? And had you done only that, probably you would have been a very rich man in your own town. He also says it is criminal not to make profit on what you sell. And some overly pious insist that it is sinful to make a profit on a transaction. Conwell replies, you cannot trust a man with your money who cannot take care of his own money. You have no right to injure your own business because of your family members or your own community. And if you have to take care of them, you have to become very, very strong. So unless you become strong with money, you cannot help anyone else in the society. And you cannot even help yourself if you don't have money. Then he goes on to say that to inherit a great amount of money or wealth is a curse. To be born with plenty, be without the drive to make something in life is something very crazy. You have to enjoy life. To enjoy life, rather, you have to struggle, you have to work hard, and you have to make your own fortune. And he pities children of rich people who are devoid of such experiences in life. And he goes on to say that it is better to give your child education, give him noble values, give him a circle of friends, and give him an honorable name, than to give him only capital. And the best thing, one of the best things in life is to see a young man earning his own bread. And according to him, failure is a big teacher. And how fortunate a young man is who loses the first time he gambles. What he essentially wants to say is, if a young man loses the very first time he gambles, all his life he's going to be very cautious, and he's going to use his wisdom and experience to do anything in life. So failure should be respected. Then he makes a point about being observant. According to him, if you are observant, you are definitely going to be successful. Then he cites an example of one John Jacob Astor, who is the owner of a store, and his store is not doing well. So what he does is he gets around with people who make these bonnets, or what do you call them, hats, and they don't know what to design and how to make that. So he goes and sits in a particular park, and there he observes many ladies wearing those bonnets, and but he discovers one lady who's very strident and who's very happy and very feeling very relaxed with her hat, and then that is the first hat that he copies, and he tells his people, who the production team, that you copy this particular hat, and he puts it onto his store, and from this there the store blossoms and becomes into a big business. So one needs to be very observant about anything in life, and that is always a plus point. Then he describes great people. Great people never appear to be great. They are plain, straightforward, sober, simple, and even practical. And you won't come to know of a great person unless he starts doing something in front of you. And they are so simple. Great people are so simple that they are often called by their neighbors by the first name. And even if they've grown very high in life, big in life, the neighbors and the relatives still think that he is just a guy from the other street near my house. Then he goes on to say that whatever you're doing in life, do it wholeheartedly. Do one thing at a time, but do it with full vigor, with full focus. Then only you will succeed in life. And a new office or a grand office doesn't make you successful. You have to be great before you get the office, and not the office will not make you great. So you have to be great in character, and great in skill, great in your wisdom, your experience, your performance. Then only you will that office help. And it is not that if you get a great office, you'll overnight become something very great in life. Truly great people do a lot of their job with integrity and honor. On the contrary, some frauds and egoistic persons, they only are like a puffed up balloon, and with their heavy feet holding them onto the ground. So one should try and avoid that kind of a syndrome. Look at the familiar ways in new ways, he says. You must, even if things are familiar, look at those familiar things in a new way, and that will give you some more insights to a successful life. Explore what people want and then give it to them. Discover a market, then provide the product. Most people, they make a product and then discover a market, or they discover a service and then provide a market. So do the reverse. Find out the need, find out the requirement, and then devise a product or a service. You will be more successful. So in a nutshell, how can one find acres of diamonds in his own backyard is the point he makes. So he says, keep a ready mind, be open to possibilities around you, don't let preconceived notions hit you. We often overlook the value of something because we think that we know a lot about it. So, and remember, knowledge is more important than capital. And last but not the least, don't put yourself down and belittle the environment. Don't compare yourself with anybody else, and believe in great opportunities right here, not in New York or in Boston. And find the opportunities wherever you are. There are opportunities. God has given opportunities. It is for the man to find out those opportunities. So this is essentially the gist of the book. It is a very interesting book written a long time back, but that particular person, the author, had a vision of this, because of which this book is going to be relevant for all times to come. So friends, if you've liked this particular story, if you've liked this particular title, if you liked my program, kindly share it. Also subscribe our channel, and soon we'll come out with another story, another title. Till then, goodbye.